Some breaking news right now, so we're going to jump straight in. No intro needed. We're on Twitter on a new token. I think this launched about a week ago. It's called Destra Network. Now, why are we looking at here? Because we know we track influencers on this channel, and because we think influencers can move markets more than anything else. A good narrative with a strong influencer with millions of followers are going to move things. And if we come down to the comments, the first couple of comments here, you see what could be the biggest influencer, especially in gaming crypto. He's taken his talents over to AI crypto recently. It's Alex Becker, who's put a little emoji. Nothing big here, but one of the last times when Alex Becker put a little emoji on a token at 4x. So it's an interesting thing to have seen. But what's even more interesting and more intriguing and pulls me towards researching a project like Destra Network is you can see that CryptoGodJohn, probably what I would call the third biggest influencer, I'd put Elio Trades between those two, is here. And maybe Elon Musk at number one, but you know, we're not talking about the big dogs. These are the people who are somewhat on our level, a little bit above. He's got the eyes here, and Destra Network have replied with a handshake. So they may ask you the question, what is Destra Network? Can we get in? Is it too late to get in? Is it going to be the next multi-billion-dollar project? Well, let's find out together. This is Crypto Zach LA. He said, the best duo you can have in your AI project is CryptoGodJohn and ZSS Becker. Truly a deadly combo because they always pick out the gems and the best teams. Now they choose DSYNC. That's the token we're about to talk about. This here is OXO. This is not the token we're about to talk about. But have a look at what happened last time Alex Becker and CryptoGodJohn joined forces and put their heads together. It was about this point here that Becker got in. CryptoGodJohn got in at 1 cent. We got in about 6 cents. Becker got in about 16 cents, I believe. And you can see it absolutely skyrocketed up to the right. So is Destra next? And what the hell are Destra? Well, on their Twitter, they say they're building a decentralized world. And they say that Destra Network is a one-step solution for all your DeepIn, cloud, and AI computing needs. Now, what do you take away from this Twitter bio? One, they've only got 3,000 followers because they're about a week old, which is really young. But two, DeepIn, a huge narrative at the moment. Cloud, less of a huge narrative, but it's a good little buzzword to throw in there. And then the biggest narrative of them all at the moment, AI. So they're playing that narrative game really well, and people are recognizing it. This is Andy RM on Twitter. He says, keep an eye out for DSYNC, decentralized network servicing, AI, DeepIn, and cloud. So people are repeating that narrative, and that's starting to propagate throughout the Twitter world. Let's ask a question that not many people like to ask in the crypto Twitter world. What the hell does any of this mean, and what the hell does the project actually do? Well, fantastic question. I have a decent idea and understanding. They are basically trying to decentralize the internet. And I'll go through a couple of examples in a second, but this is from Destra Network specifically. And they say that they are launching Destra landing page on Destra decentralized hosting. There's a lot of different features that they're rolling out, and they're decentralizing different things at different times. We're going to be going through a couple of easy examples today to show you what they stand for. But then, of course, we'll talk about the token and the stuff that everybody really likes to focus on. But have a look at this video. And this is a video depicting what a website hosted in a true decentralized way on the Destra Network looks like. So I'll restart the video down here for us. You can see they are in, I believe, the Brave browser, and they're going to type in their ENS domain, the Ethereum name service domain. So destranet.eth, they'll type it in just to the browser bar, and then it will pull up their website, which they are leading by example. And this website is hosted in a decentralized way across nodes on their network. It's not hosted by ICANN or any of the centralized name servers or hosting providers, which we'll get into a little bit in just a second. And this is a very interesting one. A lot of people don't know this. They're like, NFTs, they're decentralized. It's like hosting on a website. You put your website on some cPanel somewhere and you pay crazy domains or GoDaddy or something to host it, a centralized service. But NFTs, they're decentralized, right? A lot of people don't realize most NFT projects are actually using something like Amazon Web Services or even GitHub to host the images, and then the smart contract is the only thing that's actually on the blockchain, and the blockchain just points to that centralized server. But Destra Network want to change this, and so you're going to be storing your stuff across multiple computers and hard drives that are hosted on the Destra Network. Now, let's talk about the strongest narrative, which is probably their weakest product, but it's good to have it in here. They say, decentralized content delivery refined through AI routing. Now, this allows them to use the word AI, but if we dig a little deeper, it says they use AI algorithms to optimize routing and content delivery, ensuring users receive content from the closest, most efficient node. Basically, This is AI in the same sense that spell check is AI. They're just making sure that their content is running through efficient channels and they have an AI that is calculating the algorithm. This is my theory. All projects are essentially going to be AI. It's like saying you're an internet company. It's like all companies should be on the internet. All companies should use AI to refine their processes and make them optimized. But in the crypto world and a narrative game, it's great to have AI in your title and in your bio. But the real thing that I feel like they're doing here is they're pushing for full decentralization and a complete overhaul of the internet and computing infrastructure, as El Crypto Chapo says. And he says he's all in because he says that it's backing a future where tech serves us all, promising privacy, sovereignty, and accessibility. Who doesn't want that? He called it a $42 million market cap, which we'll get to what it's at in a second. But something I learned in researching this before we jump into those tokenomics is about ICANN. Now, if you don't know what ICANN is, it's apparently the internet company of assigned names and numbers. And if that makes no sense, it basically runs the domain name system. So www.google.com, www.x.com. These are domain name systems, which is basically running the entire navigational system of the actual internet itself. And if you're like, okay, well, how does ICANN work? Apparently, ICANN is insanely centralized because if you research ICANN, this is from Sane Crypto with a 0 up here, he says you'll understand how 14 people and 7 private keys control the entire internet. So the entire database of ICANN is not entrusted to one person, but instead it's selected 7 people and then 7 more people as backup key holders. So 14 people in the world control the domain names and numbers of the entire internet. And of course, why we're talking about this is because Destra see this is a concrete little problem to fix with a strong narrative around it. And this is their current chart. So you can see they were launched here on the 17th, trending to the side until what happens. And I mean, this is what we talk about on this channel. Influencers actually move their weight around. They get allocations. They get early opportunities that people don't get. They're doing deals, handshakes behind everyone else's back. And then what happens when it becomes public? Absolute skyrocket. We've got, this is where about CryptoGodJohn bought in at about 4 cents, and now it's just over 8 cents. It's at an $80 million fully diluted market cap. It seems to be fully diluted, or weirdly, there's more circulating than fully diluted, which obviously is not possible. But it is up 600% on the week, and today it's up 63% on the news of people jumping in. Now, can this go higher? When you look at graphs like this, you still get a bit of FOMO and you want to jump in because everyone's like, oh, am I too late or not? They say that DSYNC's already at 5x profits, but he zooms way out, and it's like if he is going to replace ICANN, if this is going to be the infrastructure that the whole internet is going to be based on, which I don't think that's the most likely outcome. It's a possible outcome. Obviously, this chart is going to keep going up and to the right. It may follow this guy's random blue arrow, it may not. But it does have the DePIN narrative, which is still coming. The AI narrative, which a lot of people, including Becker and John and Ilio, think still have a long way to run. They still think there's another 10x in these AI coins. And it's got cloud, and they're actually doing something, and they have a working product right now. What do you think of the Destra network? If you want early notifications when influencers buy and sell these tokens so you can get in at the same time as them, you should check out our inner circle. The link is in the description below. We have a software called Archie who monitors influencer wallets, and we're about to roll out a brand new update on Archie where you can import your own influencers and track whoever you want. So make sure you lock in the price. The link is in the description below. I'll see you in there. Thanks for watching.